Notes from the Upper West Side, a novel by Dan Wrench.
Chapter 140, Flashboy and a Hard Lady. I liked that it was all humid in the retail area. The moisture made Fonda's dress look scanty, and scanty is the call of the wild. The guy in the uniform? He got behind Fonda and shuffled up close enough to smell her skin while showing her how to fill out the forms he had with him on his clipboard. That's when I noticed his uniform had the Flash logo, and that in his hand truck he had these little green cunt tobacco boxes. The sight froze me in my tracks. Flash is a full-service distributor. That meant a lot less work to do in the old factory. Flash is going to do all the packing and labeling now, I thought. I wonder if Bang stormed out when he heard. I wonder if he has the stones. The Flash guy was cracking pretty lame, but Fonda giggled anyway. Her squealy laugh made her head shake and her earrings go tink, tink. Oh yeah, she had these gold-colored hanger earrings and a necklace with gold seashells on it. I was working up the gall to put Flashboy in his place when, boom! All sound in the store was drowned out by a siren, a cop siren, and really loud, like it was coming from indoors behind the counter. The three of us jumped about an inch off the floor, then Flashboy walked around to the front window. Right that second, and out on the sidewalk in front of us, this black kid in a sweatsuit ran past. He had an earbud in his ear with a white wire bouncing from it. But a cop car, the one with the siren, angled onto the sidewalk just ahead of him, so right in front of the window where me and Flashboy were standing, this kid did a 180 and started running back the other way. A cop jumped out of the car and started chasing him. We couldn't see where they went, of course, sightlines being what they are. Flashboy stepped out the front door to get a better look. There was this mob on the sidewalk gathering and looking down the street where the kid and the cop had run. I looked over at Fonda, but she was too busy watching Flashboy while he gawked like a tourist at the cop chasing the kid. At least he didn't have his phone out to take pictures like the rest of the crowd did. He came back inside and loped behind the counter where his hand truck was. "How do you like that?" he laughed as he loped. "A nigger on 6th Avenue. Fonda looked at me like, "What?" "Holy shit," I said. "Did you just say nigger?" The guy laughed and wheeled his hand truck full of cunt tobacco toward the door. I looked at the expression on Fonda's face to reassure myself that it was still not acceptable to say nigger, that I hadn't missed some public service announcement from the NAACP. "Leave that shit here," I said, and grabbed his wheels. "What?" he said. "You want me to leave the parcels 'cause I said negra?" He looked at Fonda. "Nah, take them," she said. I let go of the hand truck, and the Grand Wizard wheeled his way out the front door and pushed till he got to his van through the crowd still gathered on the sidewalk. I thought Fonda might have something for me in the way of an explanation for deciding to give the shipping account to a racist. But she was back to staring at her Flash forms like they were written by Rabelais in the original French. "I hope you're at least going to report him," I said. She just kept translating Rabelais. Hey, wait a minute, I thought. There's something far more diabolical than racism happening here. I went up to the counter and stood directly in front of Fonda and tried not to stare at her fuckable lips. "So Whispers has Flash now?" was the sound that made its way out of her face. She had a plastic marker in the center of her mouth and she was sucking on it. But packing and shipping are a good 2/3 of the assembly line, I said. Times change, she mumbled. She pulled the marker out of her mouth slurpily, so it made a pop sound when the end came out. I get it, I said. It's not my cock. She giggled this low kind of giggle, like she was trying to play the mature card, but couldn't help laughing like a teenager. Then she looked right at me, her face not 6 inches from mine, and said, Opal. She put her hand on my shoulder and looked sad. I am a girly girl. You need a hard lady. A hard lady who will make you into her cunt stool. I was stunned. It must have shown in my face because she said, You will meet her one day, and you will be happy as her stool. I see this for you. I see you grinning on your knees in a field and staring at the sky. She closed her eyes for some reason and smiled. Then she opened her eyes again and put the marker back in her mouth. She turned back to the Fed Flash forms that seemed so inscrutable to her. I just stood there for a sec, steaming, to confirm that, yeah, all I was going to get from Fonda was this incantation about hard ladies and cunt stools. I turned around pretty sharp and went back through that vestibule with the old equipment and printers in it to the tobacco factory proper, where I kind of expected a bunch of how's it goings from the gang. I was carrying a dose of my chemical help-me-out, Paxamander, but I hadn't thought I was going to need it tonight when I first came in. Now I wasn't so sure.
Notes from the Upper West Side is a work of fiction. The people depicted in this work do not exist.
Notes from the Upper West Side, copyright 2025 by Dan Wrench.